as good as it gets in National League Speedway. Well, here we are at the Smallbrook Stadium, or the Andrew Union Stadium as it's known these days, for National League Speedway. It's knockout cup action as the Isle of Wight Wightlink Warriors take on the Eagles of Eastbourne. Local derby, South Coast derby, call it what you wish, but either way it promises to be a very, very interesting match. The Eagles won the first leg at Arlington by 30 points to 60. A thumping the Islanders really didn't need. Having been just 4 points down after Heat 7, they collapsed in the latter stages of that match. But the Warriors, well, they won't give up the chase. They come here today. They know they've got nothing to lose. Can they pull back 30 points against the high-flying Eagles? Well, we'll find out very shortly. But before we do, we go pit side. We're going to speak to one or two of the riders if we can. A little bit late running today, and then we bring you all the action, as always, starting right at the beginning of heat number 1. It's the Isle of Wight Wightlink Warriors against the IT Eagles of Eastbourne. OK, with me now, the Warriors, Ben Hopwood. Ben, disappointing result last week against Plymouth. We know you've been looking at the footage to see where things went wrong, but against Eastbourne, 30 points down. You can make it up a little bit if you win at home, but it's not going to be easy. No, without a doubt. I mean, they're a fantastic side. I mean, it wasn't nice to lose at Plymouth last week, and Saturday was just plain embarrassing. I think me and Josh Bailey got most of the points for the team, and there's 7 of us in the team, so we've all had a talk, and we understand that that's not on, and we need, everyone's got to step the game up, including myself, and we're looking to put that right today. Like I say, 30 points down. I think even the most realistic person wouldn't think you would pull it back, but you can never say never in this game. Well, strange things have happened, and a lot of strange things happened in Speedway, so we'll all be giving it our all, and we've all had a talk, everyone's up for it, and we've watched the footage from last week, and the track's a bit different this week, so hopefully everything will fall in our favour, and we'll go and get the win and hopefully drag the points back. What alterations are you making to your machines from last week to this one? I put a new engine in. I've had one of my engines completely changed inside and spent a lot of money on it, so hopefully it's money well spent. I'll let you know after Heat 15 tonight. Are you confident though that you can turn it around here and get the results the club deserves? Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, if we all do our job, there's no reason why we can't. We can't afford to carry anybody, so everyone needs to be firing. No Adam at reserve. Is that going to make life harder? No, not really. I mean, the lad we've got in, Josh, he's done plenty of laps around Berwick, which is quite similar to this track, so hopefully he hits the ground running and, we get things off to a good start. OK, look, whatever happens tonight, go out there, have a good safe one and get them smiles back. Thanks a lot. With me now from the Eastbourne Eagles. Charlie, your first visit to the Isle of Wight. You come from one of the smallest tracks in the country to literally the biggest. How are you going to find it? Well, myself, I've always preferred the bigger tracks. I think I've got a sort of bigger track style, but it's just, it's going to be difficult coming from Eastbourne. Having ridden the last few weeks at Eastbourne around a small track, but you just got to adapt to the track. You've been doing it on the grass track circuits. Were you surprised to get the call from the Arlington lot? Yeah, we were quite surprised. It's sort of the next step I think you need to take, really. If you want to progress any further, you've got to sort of sign for a Speedway team, and it helps you a lot, really. And they've been helpful, really helpful. The Eastbourne team, I mean, it's full of youngsters and it's full of riders who can be stars of tomorrow. How far do you want to go in the sport? Well, I want to go as far as everyone wants to go. Of course, you want to be at the top, but at the end of the day, you'll only go as far as you can go. But yeah, it's full of a lot of youngsters. We're all full of talent, I suppose, and we all can progress a lot further. So as a team, I think we all want to be at the top of the sport. Jason in the side, Tom in the side, you're in the side, and obviously there's a good gel there. Yeah, definitely. Jason this year has been scoring a lot of points, and he's definitely one to watch, I think. And having Tom, another youngster, he's also a good rider. I think that towards the end of the season, hopefully we can be scoring a few more points as what we are now. 30 points up from the first leg on Saturday night. You can't really afford to be complacent, but you can maybe try things out when you come back here for the league matches. Yeah, definitely. We're obviously quite a few points ahead, but you can't settle down too much because you might be surprised. They've got Ben back in their side this evening, and I think they will be a lot stronger tonight. Have you set yourself any targets this year? It's just
it's just improvement really. At the moment we're just learning still. Even with the bikes, we're not really sure what to do when you get to a track with bike setups, but myself on the bike, I suppose the more I ride, the better I'm going to become, and it's just my target really is just to be just to put my average a couple of points higher by the end of the year.
Brilliant. Look, whatever happens tonight, mate, go out there, ride safe and enjoy yourself.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Welcome our friends from Eastbourne. So, ladies and gentlemen, hands together for the Eastbourne Eagles, IT Foreman Eastbourne Eagles. Of course, time now to welcome down the steps. Will you please raise a roof for your own Isle of Wight Wightlink Warriors? Give them a big cheer. They've got a big task on their hands tonight, so let's welcome them on board. So we're going to do the toss of the coin. We've got Mark Baseby here for the Eagles, Ben Hopwood for the Warriors. William's going to do the coin toss. So William's going to throw the coin in the air and Mark's going to call when it's up there. Up she goes. Mark calls tails. It is a tail. And Mark takes 2 and 4 in heat number 1. 2 and 4 for the Eagles in heat number 1. We go through the new Sydenham Higher pearly gates onto the track. And first up, let's welcome, please, the boys from Eastbourne, starting at number 7. He's a real talent. He's going to go really well at this stadium this evening. Welcome, please, Jason Edwards. And his teenage partner at reserve, also an up-and-coming rider with plenty of track experience, is Charley Brooks. Number 5, a favourite here on the island, he rides it ever so well. It's the ever-popular Georgie Wood. At number 4, in the engine room of the Eagles side, he does a stout job and helped them to the Cup last year. It's Charley Powell. At number 3, takes a heat leader position for the Eagles this time round. A great talent for the future, Tom Brennan. I'm sure you're going to raise the roof and hear it loud and proud for a former island rider. It's Kelsey Dugard. And another former islander at the top of the shop, Mark Baseby. For your Warriors tonight, a change. Adam Hopwood, unfortunately, not with us this evening. I want you to give a great big island welcome to a man who's come 400 miles from Newcastle to guest for us tonight, Josh Embleton. Reserve partner for Josh tonight is your favourite, Jamie Sealey. Skippering the side at the number 5 position. Let's hear it for Ben Hopwood. And a change in the riding order this time round. At number 4 tonight, he's settling in nicely on the island. It's Danno Verge. Number 3, the daddy himself, is Scott Campos. The other change sees Chris Widman right up at number 2. Chris Widman. And big scores all the way from our number 1. Let's welcome him back. It's Ben Morley.
So here we go then, the riders coming to the line for the opening heat of this National League Knockout Cup clash. The second leg, the Warriors with a mountain to climb, having lost the first leg by 30 points to 60 down at Arlington on Saturday night. But you never say never, and after that defeat at home to Plymouth, they know they need to make it up. Words have been said. They've watched the videos to see where they went wrong, and hoping they can put it right tonight. So we take a look across the grid on the inside there in the blue helmet. That is Chris Widman. Experienced rider, been struggling for points, particularly here at the Andrew Uni Stadium. Coming into the yellow helmet, Kelsey Dugard needs no introduction to these grounds, having ridden for the Warriors on a couple of occasions. Ben Morley, back from his championship duties, he rides in the red helmet, number 1 for the Warriors, and Mark Baseby in the white helmet on the outside. He missed the first leg down at Arlington. Danny Ayres guested for him. and has put in a pretty good performance. So the referee today is Craig Ackroyd. He's the one with his finger on the button. Good to see his father here with him today. And that's Paul Ackroyd, of course, now very heavily involved in the Ben Fund. So Chris Cash, the starting marshal, calling them into line. We're getting ready to go for the opening heat. And away they go. Morley's made a good start there as he hits the first turn in front. Baseby in second place, Widman in third place, Dugard at the back as they go down the back straight. So into the bottom turn, it is Ben Morley in front for the Warriors. Baseby chasing hard in second place there. Knows fast way around this circuit, having ridden for the Warriors a couple of years back there. Joined Eastbourne last year, lost his place down at Arlington, but he's back with them now. So into the bottom turn, Baseby going up the bank in there, but Morley holding the tight line here, holding it good at the moment. Baseby trying to find a way through on the inside. Good race going on here up front as Baseby goes right out into the dirt line here. Go down the back straight. Widman has tailed off at the back with machine problems. Dugard in third place, but it's Ben Morley who's going to get the victory if he stays in front of Baseby, who tries to cut back himself this time. Allows Morley to pull away. So down the back straight for the final time. Ben Morley in front for the Warriors. He looks like he's going to get the victory here. And off the final two turns, heads for the checkered flag. Morley wins it. Baseby not far behind. Certainly chased very, very hard there. Third place goes to Kelsey Dugard. 3 to the Warriors, 3 to the Eagles in the opening heat. Still 30 points between the sides. Still level on the night. No doubt these two guys having a good old chinwag as they go down the back straight there. Morley it was who made the start. He won that one from pillar to post. Baseby chased hard in second place. Machine problems for Widman there prevented him from getting anything. But it's Morley coming round for the applause of the crowd. So here we go then. The riders come to the line for heat number 2. Charley Brooks, who we spoke to earlier, is the rider in the white helmet there, going off the inside. Next to him in red, it's James Sealey for the home side. It will be Jason Edwards off of gate number 3. And Josh Embleton been riding up there at Berwick. Another big fast circuit. Be interesting to see how he goes around here. Travelled a long way down from his home at Newcastle upon time to be here. There is Edwards in the yellow helmet at the line. This is heat number 2. 2 of 15. 3-3 after the opening heat. So Chris Cass letting them settle down at the line here before the riders get ready to rumble. Looks like they are now in position. This is heat number 2. 2 of 15. And away they go. And look at this here. It is Brooks who's gone in front there. Embleton trying the outside runners to come off the second turn. It is Josh Embleton who's gone in front. Well, know very little about this young man other than the fact he rides at Berwick, which is a big circuit there. Brooks chasing hard in second place. Edwards in third place. Sealey at the back here. But Embleton doing a sterling job there in the blue helmet. Now being chased by Brooks. Let's go into the bottom turn. Brooks, of course, the grass track rider, signed by the Eagles, and he's gaining on Embleton here. Around that first and second turn, and look at Edwards trying to get up the inside as well to take up the challenge here. Embleton coming under pressure from both of the Eagles. Let's go into the bottom turn, and look at this here as Brooks goes right up the bank in there, and he's going to go right round the outside, and that is a super pass. So Brooks goes in front, and now Edwards is trying the same thing. Here he goes right up in the dirt line, down the back straight. Gets closed out there as he go into that corner, but he'll give it one big blast here around the top turn there, and he's going for it here, and he's going to get him. That is a super pass from the youngster right over the line there. It's the Eagles who take the reserve race by 5 points to 1. Charley Brooks, the winner there, he gets 3. Jason Edwards picks up 2. 1 point there goes to Josh Embleton for all his hard work. At the back it was Jamie Sealey. So it's 1 to the Warriors, they go on to 4, 5 to the Eagles, who go on to 8, and that aggregate lead is now 34 points. So the riders come to line for the third heat here with the Eagles in front. We've got Scott Campos there in the red helmet for the Warriors. His partner in blue, Danno Verge, has been getting plenty of points wearing the number 2 race jacket, but a switch in order today sees him move down to number 4. It's the rider in the white helmet there, I believe it's Tommy Brennan. Charley Powell is his partner in the yellow helmet. So that's how they line up then for this heat. So the Eagles in their new outfits of green, white and black, thanks to their sponsors. A lot of people like the traditional blue and gold, but a change was required for marketing purposes and also sponsorship purposes, and if that keeps a club afloat, good luck to them. So here we go then, the riders at the line for this heat, the third of 15. Away we go, start for the first turn, and it is Danno Verge who's made a super start there. Verge goes in front, but Powell's gone right round the outside of him there. Scott Campos is in third place at the moment as they go into the bottom turn, but Charley Powell made an absolutely sensational start there, right past Danno Verge, who led from the start. Verge there in second place, Campos in third place, and it's looking at a shared heat at the moment with Charley Powell in front for Eastbourne, who really have set their stalls out very high this season. We know they've won this cup for the last 3 years. They want to retain it, but they want the league championship as well. That is their goal. So round the first and second turn, Charley Powell in front. Campos is coming round the outside of Verge. Oh, it looked like he was going to try and get round the outside of Verge. Verge shut the door on his own teammate. That has allowed Charley Powell to get away. Campos will now do it on the third and fourth turn. He goes through into second place to take up the challenge. Has he left it too late? Campos now pulling away from Danno Verge, who's coming under pressure, and Verge has gone to the back here as the Eagles are on another heat advantage here. Campos has got to be careful there, he's under pressure. He hangs on to second place, but it's a win for Charley Powell. Good ride for him. Campos taking the second place there, and the rider in white just nipping through on the last lap to take third place. So it's 2 points to the Warriors, it's 4 to the Eagles, and they increase that lead a little bit further now. It's 6 to the Isle of Wight, and it's 12 to Eastbourne. Got a very good win there for Charley Powell. Georgie Wood coming to the line for heat number 4 there. He rode last week as a guest rider and done very nicely. Ben Hopwood there in the red helmet. We heard him say words have been said. They've watched the DVD, they know where they've gone wrong, they admit it's not good enough, they need to pull it back. At the moment though, it's the Eagles in control of this match. They're already 6 points up, they're 36 points up on aggregate. So Jason Edwards in the yellow helmet there already had a paid win to his name. He's coming to the line, and he's got Josh Embleton on the inside of him. So the order across the grid here is Embleton and Edwards, followed by Hopwood and Woods. So let's hope there's not too much excess timber out there on the circuit. 6-12 the scores after the first 3 heats. There's always going to be a mountain to climb for the Warriors after the first leg down at Arlington. And now that mountain's a little bit bigger. But away we go. Start for the first turn, and it is Edwards who's gone in front here. Edwards leading the way, Hopwood attacking on the outside. He burst past him there as go down the back straight. It's Ben Hopwood in front. Second place, it is Jason Edwards going awfully wide coming off the turn there. Georgie Wood in third place here, so damage limitation for the Eagles once again. But Ben Hopwood has got this one in the bag if he does nothing silly. Goes down the back straight into the bottom turn. Looking very, very fast, very comfortable. Edwards still in second place. Well, we saw this young man first of all riding at Rye House on the junior circuit under the Hagen Trading school's done very nicely, always looked like he had a good career. Signed for Eastbourne at the end of last year. But he can't catch Ben Hopwood, who's got a lot of experience in comparison. So down the back straight, Hopwood in front. Goes into the bank turning down there on turn number 4. Right in mid-track, looking for the victory. Comes off the final turn, over the line he goes. The flag is flying there. Edwards takes second place. Georgie Wood settles for third. Embleton comes over the line at the back, but it is 3 to the Warriors, 3 to the Eagles, and still the visitors with that 6-point cushion. So Hopwood giving the home fans something to cheer there. Attempts the wheelie. This time he pulls it off. So Mark Baseby coming on to the circuit here for heat number 5. His team comfortably in front by 6 points at the moment. And he will come out against Scott Campos and Danno Verge. Kelsey Dugard there in the yellow helmet. Picked up 1 point from his first ride. Back there in heat number 1 there is Scott Campos coming to the line. Baseby there now at the tapes, and the rider in blue on the outside there, Danno Verge. That's how they line up then for this race. Chris Cass, the starting marshal, letting them settle around, have a little bit of a dig around. Baseby almost going through the tapes there. 9-15 the scores in favour of the Eagles. So here we go then, starting marshal calling them into place. Had enough of the digging around. The referee Craig Ackroyd in charge. Got a trainee referee with him today. Hope he enjoys his visit to the Isle of Wight. Away they go. Charge for the first turn. It is Baseby who has made the drop there. Baseby in front. Campos in second place. Danno Verge in third place. Dugard at the back. Go down the back straight into the bottom turn. Mark Baseby in front for the Eagles. Knows a very fast way around this circuit, and he's showing it here in this one. Campos there in second place. Verge still hanging on to third place from Dugard, who's not that far behind. Go into the bottom turn. Baseby well in control of this one. There he is. Stylish rider, very spectacular. Spent a lot of time on the grass track circuits. Took a couple of years out of the sport before coming back. And looking good for victory in this one here. And that's what he gets with 1 lap to go. So he hasn't quite got it yet, but he will get it now. Oh no, he won't, because his commentators curse there. Baseby a faller there. And that means the Warriors are going to get away with something here. Dugard comes around the outside of Danno Verge. It won't be a 5-1, but it is a heat advantage, 4 points to 2. Rather fortunate it was as well. Scott Campos got the victory. Second place there went to Kelsey Dugard. Third place to Danno Verge. But it was Baseby who came down on the last 2 turns there. And he's got back up and gone over the line, but that would be a little bit embarrassing for the former Isle of Wight rider there, who just spun it off going into the corner, gifting the Warriors 4 points. But Scott Campos, it is, comes round to the applause of the crowd. He won't mind. He's got a victory there in heat number 5. 4 points to 2 to the Warriors. Still behind, but 13 points to 17. So there is Georgie Wood. He picked up a third place in his opening race. He gets ready here for heat number 6 very quickly to the start line. Charlie Brooks is his partner, who will be in the yellow helmet. Ben Morley, winner of the opening heat. He's on the inside gate, gate number 1, known for his fast starts. And Chris Widman will be his partner in blue. We're waiting for Chris to come to the line. 13-17, the scores in favour of the Eagles after the opening 5 heats. And 2 minutes is ticking away as we wait for Chris Widman to come here. struggled in his opening race. No struggle for this guy though in the red helmet there, Ben Morley. He's got a very good victory. The time is ticking away here for Chris Widman, who is now on the circuit and making his way to the start line. There he is, on time to be ready to race here for the 6th race of 15. So now waiting for Ben Morley to come into place. He's ready to go. Chris Widman being called into place as well. The Eagles have been there. That is Wood and Brooks. They're ready to go as well. So here we go then. The starting marshal walks away. The green light's on. And away they go. Charles Morley first down. It's Morley who's got the drop. Ben Morley goes in front. Second place at the moment, Georgie Wood. But Morley pulling away down the back straight, been riding for the Lakeside Hammers in the second tier on British Speedway, doing very nicely as well. Missed the defeat down at Arlington because he was riding for the Hammers in their victory up at Ipswich. Georgie Wood, of course, rode in that match against the Hammers and against the Eagles rather, and the Warriors. He's done pretty good there, as all the Eagles did in the end. But no problems for Ben Morley. Widman is in 3rd place. Brooks is at the back in this one, so the Warriors are on a 4-2 here. And this will reduce the deficit down to just 2 points should it stay like this. Well, Morley is looking comfortable. He's looking very, very fast. It takes something special to beat him here tonight on this sort of form. Goes into that bottom turn. Stays mid-circuit. He's got this one in the bag. There is Georgie Wood in 2nd place. And 3rd place goes to the rider in yellow, and that is Charlie Brooks. Problems again for Chris Widman. So the deficit stays at 4:16 to 20 now, the scores in favour of the Eagles. But for Ben Morley, it's 2 wins out of 2. Comfortable victory for the skipper of the Warriors in heat number 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, the second win of the evening for your rider in red, the Warriors number 1, Ben Morley.
So the Eagles once again first to the line as we get ready for heat number 7. And it's Tom Brennan there on the inside, and Charley Powell is his partner in yellow. Ben Hopwood winner, first time out, rides in red. James Sealey on the outside in the blue helmet. So the Eagles with a strong pairing in this one. Brennan, of course, got a 15-point maximum on Saturday against the Warriors. Was in sparkling form down there at Arlington. And Hopwood, along with the rest of the Warriors, really did struggle for points. Josh Bailey put in a good performance. He was guesting for Ben Morley in the number 1 race jacket. James Sealey, though, he's in the blue one here. Charley Powell in yellow. He looked good first time out. And away they go. And Powell's made another jack-propelled start there. Charley Powell in front. Hopwood comes up the inside of him as he come off of turn 2. Hopwood moves him over to take over the lead. Into the bottom turn. Ben Hopwood it is in pole position. 2nd place Charley Powell. Almost overcooking it there. Tom Brennan in 3rd place. At the back it is James Sealey. So once again the Eagles in the minor positions. Ben Hopwood in the major position though. He's out in front. Got a brand new engine under him there. And it looks like it as well. He's looking good. Round that first and second turn, Ben Hopwood in front. The experienced rider has been around these circuits, that's for sure. And he's looking good for his 2nd race victory here in this one. There is Charley Powell in 2nd place. Still Tom Brennan in 3rd place. This circuit is so different to that one down there in Sussex. This is the biggest track in the country. One at Arlington is one of the smallest. Ben Hopwood has found his way over the line first in that one there. Second place goes to Tommy Brennan. Third place to Charley Powell. Charley Powell even, 3 points apiece. Still the Eagles, 4 points to the good. But Ben Hopwood gets his second race win of the night. Good ride from him. Once he got in front, never looked back. But it is still Eastbourne comfortably in front on the night, and even more comfortably in front on aggregate.
Here comes your race winner, the rider in red for Warriors, second one of the evening. Ben Hopwood, first class on 23, and there'll be a little bit of truck grading taking place now.
So here we go then, the riders coming on to the circuit for heat number 8, with the visitors hanging on to that 4-point lead. SBS EPOS, the meeting sponsors here at the island, and many other sponsors as well, all help and keep this club floating very, very nicely. So Kelsey Dugard in the white helmet, Jason Edwards will be in yellow. Chris Widman hoping he's got that machine going in the red helmet there. His partner in blue is Josh Embleton. So here we go, the starting marshal letting them settle down before they get to the line to get the action underway here in heat number 8 as we approach the halfway stage of this meeting here at the Andrew Uni Stadium. Edwards, well, what a sensational start he's had to his career down there at the Arlington Raceway, known for the kamikaze kids back in the 60s and 70s, and was very successful in the old National League, Division 2 as it was in them days, and of course in the Top Flight where they won the championship. Now of course plying their trade in the National League, which is the third tier of British Speedway, and bringing through some more very good youngsters. So it is Dugard on 1, Embleton on 2, or Dugard rather on 3, it's Edwards on 1, and Chris Widman on the outside. The Eagles pairing have been pretty good so far. They will fancy their chances of extending that 4-point lead in this one. But Widman from the outside gate, if he sorted that machine out, could cause some damage. Oh, the rider in blue, Embleton, has gone into the tapes there, and he has caused some damage, and he will be excluded, I would have thought, from the restart. And indeed, the rider in blue, Josh Embleton, is penalised. He's got a choice here. He can be replaced by Jamie Sealey, or he can go back 15 metres for the restart. So there is the change. Jamie Sealey comes into the blue helmet, replacing Josh Embleton, who went through the tapes there. So Embleton not going to go off of 15 metres, probably not surprising on this circuit here. So the revised lineup on the inside, it is Jason Edwards. Next to him, Jamie Sealey. Gate number 3 there is Kelsey Dugard, and on the outside it is Chris Widman. Widman so far yet to open his account here tonight. So here we go then, starting marshal ready to get this 8th race underway for the second time of asking. And away they go. And the charge for the first turn, and it is the Eagles who've gone in front. It's Kelsey Dugard who made a super start there. Second place it is Edwards, third place it is Widman, and it's the Eagles giving them the old 1-2. Let's go around the bottom turn there. Widman coming around the outside of Edmonds. Can he find a way past him there? Oh, and there's problems. We've lost Kelsey Dugard. Dugard come down out of our picture there. And the white exclusion light is on. Let's hope Kelsey is okay. That's the most important thing. The ambulance coming on to the circuit there.
absence of safety, the race will be restarted without Kelsey Dugard.
Well, Kelsey has been excluded from the restart there. Very unfortunate. Was looking good that time. The race was going on behind him between Widman and Edwards. We were picking up on. But Kelsey down on the circuit. The ambulance out there. Let's hope that it's only precautionary. Well, Kelsey Dugard back up on his feet, walking back. Pleased to say he is okay, but he has been excluded from the restart, which will have 3 riders only. So here we go then for the restart. Teams 3 of heat number 8, and it's 1 Eagle against 2 Islanders. Chance for the Islanders maybe to pull some points back. Here it is, Jason Edwards on the inside in the yellow helmet, James Sealey in blue. Chris Widman is the rider in the red helmet. So chance here, at least Widman should pick up something from this one. And James Sealey also should pick up something from this one. Jason Edwards, well, he's been in sparkling form so far. What can he do? Here we go then, heat number 8, the restart. And away they go. And Edwards has made a super start off the inside as they hit the first turn. It is Edwards who's gone in front as they come off of turn 2. Jason Edwards, the young man in front here, leading the way for the Eagles. Widman chasing hard in second place, but Edwards looking good in this one. He got a second bite of the cherry in the restart of this one. Of course, it was Kelsey Dugard who was in front of the initial racing. Goes into the bottom turn, and they really do look like they found a piece of dynamite down there in Sussex in this young man. So Edwards in front. Look at his style. There's you with a good enough memory. Remember Steve Weatherly. Very, very spectacular. Very smooth, very calm, and very fast. So Edwards comes off of turn number 4 there. He's got a comfortable lead over Widman in second place. So the Eagles are going to maintain that lead, even though they've only got 1 rider in this race. It is the 1 rider who is out in front in that yellow helmet. Jason Edwards comes around the bottom turn, heading for the checker flag. And there he goes over the line. Good win for him, pillar to post. Second place goes to Chris Widman. Third place there goes to Jamie Sealey. 3 points to the Warriors, 3 points to the Eagles. Still 4 points between the sides, 25 points to 29. So Edwards, big track, small track, he really doesn't seem to mind. He's looking very, very polished here. And going back to check on the circuit here. Is he going to come round on the lap of honour? He's not. So here we go then, the riders come to the line for heat number 9. Georgie Wood out there with Charley Brooks, Scott Campos and Danno Verge for the home side. Well, they got a heat advantage last time out. Rather fortunate, of course, when Mark Baseby fell off back there in heat number 5. So here we go then, starting marshal calling them into line to get this one underway. Look across the grid there, Wood on the inside, Brooks on 3, Verge is in the middle, Campos on the outside, and away they go. Charge for the first turn, and look at this here, it's the Warriors 1 and 2. It's a super start there for Scott Campos. He's gone in front, Danno Verge in second place, and this is what the home side require. Georgie Wood there in third place at the back. It is Charley Brook. Scott Campos in front here, Danno Verge in second place, but under a little bit of pressure now from Georgie Wood for that second position. Let's go down the back straight into the bottom turn. Wood looking for a gap on the inside of Verge. He's the gap there, it is there. He tries to squeeze his way through, he gets through into second place, moves Verge out there, going into turn 1, and now he's going after Scott Campos. Campos it is, in front there is Wood, not that far behind. Now let's go round the bottom turn, and Wood looking for another gap on the inside. He got it last time out, is he going to get it this time out? Campos holding him at bay here, but they go into the first turn, and Georgie Wood just flies through on the inside. Campos coming back at him on the outside. This is the best race of the night by a long way. Into the bottom turn, Campos goes out wide this time, almost clips the safety fence. Wood's come through on the inside. Georgie Wood, wow! Campos come back at him right on the line. Who got the verdict there? We've got to wait for the referee's decision. But what a super race there in heat number 9. Third place went to Danno Verge. But what a super race between those two up front. Georgie Wood of the Eagles, Scott Campos of the Warriors. And it's Scott Campos who got it right on the line. He picks up 3 points. Super race there for Scott Campos. Comes round to the applause of the crowd. And rightly so. That was a breathtaking 4 laps of speedway. It's Georgie Wood there, done his part in second place as well. And Danno Verge third place means it's a 4-2 to the Isle of Wight. And all of a sudden, it's a bit closer. 26-28 in favour of the visitors. Just 2 points between the sides. So the 2 minutes are flashing away there as we wait for the riders come to the line for heat number 10. 10 of 15. The Eagles still hanging on to that lead, but it has been whittled away slightly here. Just 2 points separate inside. Ben Morley is the rider in the red helmet. So far he is unbeaten. His partner in blue, Chris Widman, got a couple of points in his last race, but the opposition were in front of him in young Jason Edwards. And Charley Powell and Tom Brennan in this one for the Eagles. Powell, of course, victorious first time out. Brennan's had the second place in his last one. So we're looking across the grid here. We've got Powell on the inside gate, gate number 1. Next to him, it is Chris Widman. Tom Brennan there on gate number 3. Another one of the youngsters come through the Arlington Academy. And, under the guidance of Martin Dugard, former Grand Prix rider, of course, and England international world finalist. So here we go, green lights on for the 10th race, and away they go. Morley's made a good one from the outstart. As we look across there, Morley goes in front. Second place it is the rider in white. Tom Brennan looks back over his shoulder. Charley Powell in third place. Widman at the back here. But Ben Morley in front here for the Warriors. Comes off a turn 4 in pole position. He's round that first and second turn. Looking very, very fast tonight. Goes into the bottom turn. Daylight between him and second place. Is Tom Brennan in second place at the moment. Charley Powell in third place. The riders really are well spread out in this one. You can see the distance there. Problems for Widman at the back, who's just petering around, but it is Ben Morley out in front for the Warriors. And having things very much his own way here tonight. That's Widman now who will pull out of the race. It will only be a shared heat. But Morley's going to be victorious in that shared heat. There he goes over the line for 3. Brennan takes 2. Charley Powell takes 1. 3 points apiece. Still just 2 points separating the sides after 10 heats. The Eagles are on 31 points and the Warriors on 29. The Eagles have already progressed through into the next round of the Knockout Cup. The Warriors can say goodbye to this one for another year. But they're still racing for pride and still looking for a victory here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of heat number 10, it's his third of the evening. He's the number 1 rider, it's Ben Morley.
Well, as always, the youngsters have done their run round the circuit here. They're certainly enjoying themselves, and you've got Ben Morley out there as well, signing autographs, and it really is a super situation they have here at the island. So giving out stickers to the fans here, signing autographs, and very much a family-run club here at the Isle of Wight, and it really is brilliant to see. Okay, with me now, the Warriors, Ben Morley. Ben, it's a tough night. It was always going to be a tough one, but for your form, pretty good.
Yeah, you know, Eastbourne are a good team home and away, so we knew it was going to be tough, especially, you know, with the score down there, which was a bit disappointing, but, you know, we just got to do our best tonight and hopefully end on a good win.
Disappointing result last week. What was said after that one?
Not too much. We just need to keep our heads high. I mean, it's early season still, so, you know, it's an uphill battle tonight, but we just need to forget about that one and crack on tonight.
Only 2 points down. You could still do some damage and get a result here, though.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, the last 2 meetings here have been real close, so it's gone quiet. Last 2 meetings here has been close, but you know, we just need to dig deep now and get the last few heat wins and then hopefully end up with a win.
You're so used to riding on these small circuits. How does it feel to ride on Britain's biggest?
It's good. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I've got motors set up now, so I come here at the end of last year and I really enjoyed my 2 meetings that I did and got this opportunity, and I thought, what a great time to try on big tracks and, you know, just improve my career.
It's a great club here, isn't it? It's such a family atmosphere.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone's been really great to me, fans, promotion, and, you know, so on. So, yeah, I'm really happy to be here.
Great. Can we pull back them 2 points and win this one?
Sorry?
Can we pull back those 2 points and win this one?
Hopefully.
Okay, whatever happens, mate, go out there, enjoy the rest of it.
Nice one, thanks, bud.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This side because he's got the old head on the young shoulders. It's James Widman. Now we come along to the vice skipper of the Wizards. Ladies and gentlemen, he comes from the mainland, but not too far away from Park Gate, in actual fact. I want you to give a big welcome to Ben Ilsley. How's it going then, sir?
Yeah, really good. Loving my riding, which is ultimately what it's all about.
And you've had a spin up at Highway Training Track quite recently. How did that go?
Yeah, I've been trying to get out as much as I can. My background is in bike racing.
Really? And anybody who's watched him over that period of time?
Jason Edwards and Charlie Brook there taking the time to discuss things in the interval. 2 youngsters with very bright futures and doing very nicely so far in this meeting. In a minute we have the last 5 heats of this Knockout Cup tie. The Eagles, we can confirm, are already through to the next round, but the Warriors still racing for pride. So here we go then, heat number 11. Mark Baseby there on the circuit in the white helmet for the Eagles. He looked good last time out. His partner in yellow, Kelsey Dugard. Good to see him back on the machine after that spectacular tumble he had in his last race when he was out in front. And it looks like it's John Embleton in the blue helmet there, replacing Jamie Sealey, and on the inside Ben Hopwood, so far unbeaten for the Warriors. So 2 points separating the sides, 29-31 the scores. And the interval there is so much going on at this circuit. It really is a club for the future. They do a fantastic job here. Barry Bishop, you could write a book on what he's done here alone. So here we go then, the riders at the line. This is heat 11 of 15. And away they go. And a charge for the first turn, and it's Baseby who's gone in front this time. Baseby leading away, Hopwood in second place. He's quite a way behind. He's go down the back straight into the bottom turn. Mark Baseby in front here for the Eagles. Remember what happened last time he was in front. Led right to the last bend. We won't want to make that same mistake again. Hopwood chasing hard there in second place, trying to find a way through on the inside. The dirt is on the outside line though. Into the bottom turn. Baseby in front. Hopwood still in second place. Third place there in the yellow helmet, Kelsey Dugard. Go round that first and second turn. The Eagles on a 4-2, so they will extend that lead back to 4 points. Mark Baseby here is going to end the unbeaten run of Ben Hopwood as he goes round the bottom turn there under the floodlights here at the Andrew Uni Stadium. Hopwood keeping him honest there in second place. Quick look over his shoulder there from Baseby. Goes round that bottom turn, spectacular style, gets it right this time, comes off the turn, heads for the flags, and he gets the victory. Second place goes to Ben Hopwood. Third place there to the rider in yellow, Kelsey Dugard. So 2 points to the Warriors, 4 to the Eagles. 31-35 the scores, with just 4 heats remaining. But a good one there for Mark Baseby. Pillar to post, made a super start and raced to a comfortable victory. Well, there was actually a change in that one we weren't aware of. It was Jason Edwards who replaced Kelsey Dugard. Dugard, of course, had that spectacular tumble. So Jason Edwards it was who picked up the third place point there behind Ben Hopwood. It's no difference, still a 4-2 to the Eagles and still 31-35. So here we go then, the riders coming to the line for heat number 12. Tom Brennan there in the white helmet for the Eagles off that favourite outside gate. He's got Scott Campos on the inside for the Warriors. Charlie Brooks there in the yellow helmet. John Embleton will come out again for second successive ride in the blue helmet. A little bit of extra time was given for him, but he is under 2 minutes to come to the line. So the Eagles with a 4-point cushion going into these final 4 heats. The next one should be a juicy one, shouldn't it? Hopwood and Ben Morley go head to head with Mark Baseby and Georgie Wood. But before then, we've got this one here. So here we go then, starting Marshall, letting him settle down nicely. Embleton has found his place there. He's on gate number 3. The Eagles will look for damage limitations. You do feel that they could get something out of this one if Scott Campos doesn't get out in front. So here we go then, starting Marshall's at the line. We're ready to go. Heat number 12. And away they go, and Brennan's made a tremendous start from the outside there. Tom Brennan goes in front. Campos chasing hard there in second place. Go down the back straight. It's Tom Brennan, the teenage tearaway, leading the way. Really made a jet-propelled start, and he's looking good this time. Goes into that turn. Campos there in second place. Third place it is Charlie Brooks, but Tom Brennan absolutely ripping them apart here. And if it stays like this, the Eagles will go 6 points in front, and that means it's going to be a tough one for the Warriors now. So Brennan looking for his first race win of the night. Still in second place it is Scott Campos, and he's coming under pressure from Charlie Brooks. But Brennan, what a start he made. Absolute dynamite from the takes. He's in front. There is Campos in second place. Looks like he's pretty comfortable until he gets to this corner here, and Charlie Brooks really winding it on here. The youngster is not giving up the chase. Embleton is at the back here, but it is Tom Brennan who is going to please the Eagles fans here with victory in heat number 12. So Campos hangs on to second place. Charlie Brooks does get third place. It's a 4-2 to the Eagles, who now lead by 6 points, 33-39. And well, they really have jumped out the starts in the second part of this meeting since the interval break, and it was Tom Brennan who comes round for the applause of the crowd. Here go and salute the Eagles fans up there on that turn. He would have enjoyed that one, and so would the fans. So the riders coming out onto the circuit then for heat number 13. This could play a big part in which way this meeting will go. It's Ben Hopwood in the red helmet, the only unbeaten rider left in the field for the Warriors. His partner in blue, Ben Hopwood, he was beaten last time out. There in the yellow helmet, it is Georgie Wood, and on the inside it will be Mark Baseby. Baseby, of course, lowered the colours of Hopwood last time out. Can he do the same on Morley? The Warriors 6 points down. They need a heat advantage from this one to get any chance of getting a result. A shared heat will make life very, very difficult for them. So here comes Baseby to the line, take up his position. This really is as good a lineup as you are ever likely to see in National League Speedway. Baseby, of course, established rider, former Islander, or warrior, I should say. He knows a fast way around this circuit, as he showed when he lowered the colours of Ben Hopwood last time out. He's going to have Ben Morley next to him, so it's going to be a very, very interesting first turn. Georgie Wood, well, we know what he can do if he gets out in front. Rode for the Sheffield Tigers last year in the championship, but surprisingly not picked for top club this year. And Hopwood on the outside, another one without a championship club. So here we go then, heat number 13, 33-39 the scores. And away they go in the card for the first turn. It's an interesting one there, but it is Morley who's got away. Morley in front, here comes Hopwood round the outside of Baseby. It's the Warriors 1 and 2, and this is exactly what was required. Baseby going up the banking on the bottom turn, trying to come round the outside of Hopwood. Is getting awfully tired. It's super ride from Baseby to get into second place. And now he is going after Morley. Look at this here. Morley, it is in front, Baseby in second place, and again he will go right up that banking. Really screwed on, tries to cut back on the inside of Morley this time. But Morley, with eyes in the back of the helmet, doing a terrific job here. Goes out wide, coming off a turn 2 there, stays in the dirt line. Goes into the bottom turn, so it is Ben Morley in front here. Baseby still in second place, not giving up the chase. Hopwood in third place, so the 5-1 isn't going to happen. So the Eagles will have a 4-point lead with 2 heats remaining, but Ben Hopwood is in third place, but out in front it is Ben Morley, and he will keep an unbeaten record here as he goes round the bottom turn, heads for the checker flag. There he goes over the line, super race from Morley. Second place goes to Mark Baseby. What about that pass of Ben Hopwood? That was absolutely superb. So 4 points to 2, 37-41 the scores now with 2 heats remaining. The Eagles still in control of this one. But it was all about the guy there in the red helmet, Ben Morley, who made a fantastic start and went on to record his 4th straight victory.
Results of heat number 13, and the riders on good form tonight for the Warriors. He's your number 1 in the red helmet, it's Ben Morley. Ben's winning time, 71.2. 71.2. Keeping him honest and riding great for the Eagles in white was Mark.
So here with the riders on the circuit for the penultimate heat, heat number 14, and it's Jamie Sealey in the blue helmet for the Warriors. Next to him in white, Charley Powell, winner first time out at Eagles on the road for his victory here. Jason Edwards in the yellow helmet coming out on gate number 4. Danno Verge there on gate number 3. That's how they line up then for heat number 14. The Eagles are 4 points in front. A shared heat here will guarantee they're not going to go home beaten unless they concede a 5-0 in the final race. But a heat advantage will see them guaranteed a victory. And with Edwards on the outside, it's very, very possible. Powell also looked good first time out. Sealey on the inside, Verge on gate number 3. The Warriors need a heat advantage, but it's going to be a very, very tough ask. And away they go, and it is Powell who's got away there. Powell goes in front, Edwards comes round to join him up front, and it is the Eagles giving him the old 1-2. Into the bottom turn, Verge there in third place, Sealey at the back, but it is Jason Edwards in front here. Verge trying to get through on the inside of Charley Powell, certainly giving it a go there. And again, looking for room on that inside, but Powell pins him in tight there. Let's go down the back straight, Jason Edwards in front, the young tearaway from Arlington leading the way. Verge still giving it a go in second place, but Charley Powell, well, he's still a youngster, but he's got a very wise head there, but he's hanging on to second place, and all the time he stays there, Verge is only going to get third place. Sealey's at the back, but it is Jason Edwards here with 1 lap to go, looking for victory here in this one, looking for Eastbourne to get another victory here as well. So round the bottom turn, Jason Edwards is heading for the checker flag and 3 points. Looks over his shoulder, over the line he goes. Match winner again tonight. Second place, Charley Powell. Third place, Danno Verge. It's 1 to the Warriors. It's 5 to the Eagles. Eastbourne are going to go home victorious on the night. They're going to complete the double over the Warriors. Charley Powell attempts a wheelie. Jason Edwards just comes round to enjoy himself. So 1.25 in favour of the visitors, and Eastbourne guaranteed to go home victorious.
The Eagles come past the main stand here because it just about seals their victory this.
So here we go then, the final heat of the evening. The Eagles already victorious, but they've still put out a good lineup here for this one. On the inside gate in the white helmet there, it is the teenage tearaway Jason Edwards, who's been in super form all night long and well deserves his place in this one. But he's got a tough one here because next to him he's got Ben Hopwood. Ben Hopwood in the red helmet there, only beaten a couple of times, both times by Mark Baseby. You guessed it, in the yellow helmet there, going off for gate number 3, it is Mark Baseby. And the only rider unbeaten all night long is Ben Morley, and he comes out in the blue helmet here to make up the quartet. So we're waiting patiently for him to come to the line. There is Ben Morley holding up proceedings at the moment. The Eagles already assured of victory, but Ben Morley not assured of a maximum, and this really is an interesting lineup here for the final time. Now decides he will come to the line. Starting Marshall calling him into place then for the final time tonight. Heat number 15. Edwards on 1, Baseby on 3, Hopwood on 2, Morley on the outside, and away they go. Charge for the first turn. Look at this here as Morley comes right the way across the front there of Baseby. Baseby in second place, giving it a go to go into the bottom turn. Ben Morley leading the way for the Warriors. Baseby going right up the bank and really winding it on as he comes down the home straight here. Can he find a way up the inside of Morley? Not this time, he can't. Now he goes out wide into the dirt line, but Morley's also moved out into the dirt line. Down the back straight into the bottom turn. Ben Morley looking to go through the card for a 15-point maximum. At the moment he's looking just like that's going to happen. He's pulling away now from Baseby. Third place there at Hopwood. It is Edwards at the back, but it is Ben Morley, the man from Southend-on-Sea in Essex, rides for the Lakeside Hammers in the second tier of British Speedway. Number 1 here for the Warriors, and looking like he's heading for a 15-point maximum here against a very, very powerful Eastbourne side. So around the bottom turn, Morley it is, where he's been all night out in front, enjoying himself. He's going to get a maximum. There he goes over the line. Super stuff from Morley. Second place goes to Baseby. Morley, the only one who has beaten him. He's done it again there, done it in the first race as well. Shake of the hands as they go down the back straight. It's 3 points apiece, but it is Eastbourne who win this one by 41 points to 49. Third place there goes to Ben Hopwood. In fact, it's 6 points, and it's 42-48 the final scores in favour of the Eagles. But it's been a good one for the Sussex club, who keep that unbeaten record going nicely there. The only defeat they've had has been away at Coventry, where they were beaten quite heavily. But they've done enough in this one. But it's Ben Morley who steals the show, and the Eagles who steal the victory.
So we look at the individual match scorers. We start with the visitors. Mark Baseby, number 1, scored 9 and a bonus. Kelsey Dugard 3 and 1. Tom Brennan 8. Charley Powell 7 and 3. Georgie Wood 5 and 1. Charlie Brooks 5 and 1. Jason Edwards 11 and 1. Total of 48. For the Warriors, well, there you have it. Ben Morley, a 15-point maximum. Danno Verge 2. Scott Campos scored 10. Chris Widman scored 3. Ben Hopwood 10. James Sealey 1 and a bonus. And Josh Embleton scored 1. But it's victory for the Eagles by 42-48. We wish them well in the next round of the Knockout Cup.